Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Tolu Fafora coming to you from World of a Parent. Today, my topic of discussion is actually to piggyback on my most recent discussion with you. And this is because of the overwhelming response that I got, from people that have watched it. And so I want to thank everyone that has watched it on YouTube, on Facebook, and that have commented or responded one way or another. Thank you. Now, I'm piggybacking on that. And by the way, if you haven't seen it, the title is Facts and Truths in the COVID 19 Times. So that's one. And the second thing is that I had a question recently, and not just once actually, a couple of people have asked the same question. And the question was, should we even be wearing our face mask, or is it necessary to wear the face mask when we go out? And I'll submit to you. On another occasion, I saw someone, on the other extreme that had his face mask taped to his face. I am not kidding. He had it taped across his nose bridge and under his chin. And personally, I thought, that's actually overboard. As we all know, SARS-CoV-2 is still being researched. There isn't a lot that is known about it just yet. However, hundreds of thousands are sick from it. And actually, I think by now over 100,000 worldwide has died from it. So yes, we need to talk about it. One of the questions is it just coughing and sneezing, droplets from that can infect people, or can normal breathing also dispense the virus? And what was found in two researches, both are preprint, is what I'm going to discuss. For now, it is believed that sneezing and coughing are the two main ways that you can have the droplets, suspended in the air. But it's now being looked at again that normal breathing, when you exhale, you might actually be breathing the virus out too, if you do have the virus. Now, if I will go to the papers, two researchers are talking about this. For here and now, up until March 29th, 2020, what World Health Organization knows about the transmission of this disease is that it is transmitted from person to person and through aerosols from coughing and sneezing. Now, why is that significant? Because one of the things that is being considered with these researches is that could the virus also be shared or aerolized from normal breathing? And Dr. Harvey Feinberg, who is the chair of National Academy's Standing Committee on Emerging Infectious Diseases and 21st Century Health Threats, thinks that the findings are consistent with aerolization of the virus from normal breathing, meaning not just sneezing and coughing, but we're beginning to think that even normal breathing can shed the virus. No, don't answer the question yet. Let's look into the research. So first of all, one of the researchers looked at 11 rooms that had COVID-19 patients in them. And what was found in that research was that the air in the room and outside the room, and also on the vent grate, they were able to isolate the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Now, the second research was done in Wuhan, and this looked at toilets and also rooms where the personal protective gears are removed. And of course, the virus was found in both places. But that begs the question, the second research begs the question, does it mean that we can reintroduce the virus into the air from like protective gears? But Dr. Feinberg thinks it may be difficult to resuspend particles of of that size, that tiny size, and it could be more. The explanation could be more of the virus being transmitted, to hands, mouth, nose, and eyes, from things like doorknobs and toilet seats that they might have settled on. World Health Organization is still of the opinion that the primary methods of transmission is still through respiratory droplets, by coughing and sneezing, or person to person. Now, based on all these things, here is my own answer. We know it can be transmitted from person to person. In all of this, droplets, whether by exhaling normally, coughing, or sneezing, has been implicated in the transmission of the disease. So the short answer is, if not just for yourself, for the sake of people around you, I think wearing a mask is good. I will say, let's do that to protect ourselves, to protect other people around us, especially with the number of people getting sick and the number of people that are going to get sick and never going to come out of it. But I also want to submit to you, as I said before, we need to do our due diligence, wear the mask, do whatever we can to protect ourselves and others, but also recognize that there is more to it, which is the higher power. I still believe that ultimately God needs to be in this equation. And so, in my personal opinion, do what you can scientifically, but hide yourself under God. And so, until we speak again, as I always say, this too shall pass, and we will get through this together. Remember to subscribe if you're watching it on YouTube. Remember to also follow us on Facebook. Until we speak again.